Here's a question. Have you ever wished you were some hotshot celebrity who has tons of girls chasing after you, fighting for your attention, wanting to be with you, and even sleep with you? I mean, who doesn't have that dream? Well, I can't help you with the celebrity part, but I can show you 6 easy ways to make girls absolutely obsess over you. And all you have to do is relax, sit back, and watch till the very end of this video. Ready? Okay, let's go. I'm Marni, and from here on out, I'm gonna be your very own personal wing girl. Every week, I give you insider information, the no BS insider information about what women really want, plus instantly effective methods to win over any girl you like. So just hit that subscribe button now so that you never miss a video. All right, here are the 6 ways to make a woman and girl obsessed with you. Number 1, forget about impressions. When most guys meet a girl they like, the number 1 goal in their head is, I need to be impressive. I have to impress this girl. With everything they say or do, they're trying to get rapport. They're trying to get the girl to like them. If the girl shows even a little bit of interest, they try even harder so that she doesn't lose interest. And this is such a huge mistake. In fact, it's probably the biggest mistake you can make with women. And here's why. You see, when we notice that a guy is actively trying to be impressive, we know immediately that he craves our approval. Or in other words, he's needy. And if you've watched my videos before, you already know that neediness is the number 1 killer of attraction. There's nothing that turns us women off more than seeing a needy guy. So here's what you do instead. You forget about making impressions. Good or bad, you don't care. Erase the word impress or impression from your mind. Like literally just get rid of it. In fact, today, I want you to adopt a new belief. It's a belief shared only by the top 1% of high quality men in this world. And it goes like this. If I spend enough time with a girl, she's bound to like me. So let me repeat that again, because it's very important. If I spend enough time with a girl, she's bound to like me because I'm awesome. This is how the guys who date the most amazing, beautiful, high-quality men think. They own it for themselves. They think that it's only a matter of time until they are attracted to them. So they never worry about making an impression on them. They simply interact with the girl, have fun, express themselves. There's no filter, no signs of doubt or worry, and no neediness. And guess what? The girl does begin to get attracted, even if she wasn't at first. A guy who isn't worried about making impressions is inevitably attractive to us. The more we interact with this guy, the more we get attracted and even obsessed with him because he's so sure of himself. In fact, for a girl who's extremely pretty, meeting a guy who doesn't care about impressions is like winning the lottery. That's because 99 out of 100 times when a super hot girl is approached by a guy, that guy turns out to be needy and desperate because he thinks she's so wonderful. So when that one guy who's not needy comes by, it's truly special. All right, number 2, express a range of emotions. When interacting with women, most guys fall into 2 categories. There's the nice guy, who's always positive and complimentary and polite and on the safe side of conversation. And then there's the wannabe bad boy or tough guy who's always being edgy and teasing and challenging and so on. And both are equally bad. And here's why. You see, women crave a range of emotions. That's what hooks us in and keeps us interested and arouses us. If you're nice and positive and complimentary all the time, it becomes predictable and boring. Similarly, if you're constantly edgy and provocative, always teasing and challenging us, that's predictable and also boring. You need to have a range. You need to mix it up. Actually, it's probably something you already do. I mean, think about how you interact with your guy friends or female friends or family members or just people that you're not attracted to. Are you always positive or are you always negative and busting their balls? No, right? When you talk to them, you say some nice things, encourage them, compliment, but you also tease and challenge and say provocative things and establish boundaries when need be. It's all natural. You don't think about it. You simply need to let yourself do the same around women that you find attractive. And girls are going to be attracted and even obsessed with you if you do. Because like I said before, being around a guy who's expressing a range of emotions is an arousing experience for us. That unpredictability of what you'll say or do next is so exciting, and it actually turns us on. You're going to keep us on our toes. The more doses of arousal we get from you, the more attracted we get, and the more attracted we are, and the more we obsess over you. By the way, If you're enjoying this video so far, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. That will help this video get more reach for guys who need it. Plus, it would make me feel really great because I put a lot of effort into making these videos for you. All right, if you've hit that like button, thank you a lot. Let's move on to the next point. Number 3, be a really good kisser. Listen, all girls want a good kisser. It's something we like literally fantasize about. And if you're a guy who can blow our minds with your amazing kissing powers, it's almost impossible for us not to be obsessed with you. In fact, it's such an important topic. I've done a whole video on this very topic about how to give a great first kiss. And I'll be sure to include a link in the description box below. But for now, let me give you the basics. First of all, make sure you do not have bad breath. Bad breath will ruin a kiss even before it happens, and it'll make the girl think twice before ever kissing you again. Secondly, make sure you have nice, soft, kissable lips. If you've got dry, chapped lips, turn off. And finally, don't rush. A good kisser takes it slow. Here's how a good kiss should generally be like. So it starts with a gentle, seductive eye contact. You let her know that something may be coming. Then you look at her lips and slowly lean in for the kiss. I'm stressing on the word slow here because taking time will build the sexual tension, get her excited to be kissed. Finally, as you start kissing her, don't get too intense too fast. Start gently, start slow, then gradually get more aggressive, a bit more passionate and a bit more intense. Honestly, even describing this whole process is turning me on. I'm excited. I love kissing. It's one of my favorite things. But I do hope you'll follow this process and do it right when the time comes. So moving on to the next point. Number 4, be a good lover. If you can rock a girl's world in the bedroom, she's bound to become obsessed with you. But how do you blow her mind in the bedroom? Most guys have the wrong idea here. They think it's all about the size of your junk, and that you need to have extreme stamina and just like go on and on for 700 minutes, like nonstop like a machine. And these are big misconceptions. Recently, I made an entire video on what women actually crave in the bedroom, and I believe every guy should watch that for some much needed clarity. And it shows you the real way to be a rock star in bed. And I'll put the link in the description box so you can see it later. For now, let me give you the basic facts you need to know about being a sensual lover. So first of all, understand that size is no barrier. It's all about technique and connection. So many guys forget the connection part, and it's so important. What you do matters 100 times more than what you have. In fact, you could actually be packing a tree trunk in your slacks, but still be a very disappointing lover. Secondly, just like kissing, even in this department, do not rush. You get too intense too fast, it kills the sexual tension, and without the buildup of a sexual tension, it's not fun for us women. So you need to take things slow. Don't take inspiration from adult movies and videos. They aren't accurate at all. And in fact, if you try to copy some things you see in porn, then you can actually injure yourself or her. Finally, you want to be generous. No girl likes a selfish lover, yet that's what most guys tend to be. You need to be different from the crowd. Make sure you cater to her needs first. Make sure you spend a good chunk of time pleasuring her body first. And if you do, believe me, she'll return the favor in amazing ways and you're gonna love it. Plus, since you'll be such an amazing lover to her, she'll keep coming back to you for more and more and more. All right, next, number 5, spend time apart. If you're always available, always spending time with her, always responding to her texts super fast, it can get really boring for the girl, and there's no rush in it for her. It's gonna kill the excitement in your relationship or potential relationship. Plus, it'll also show her that you have nothing else going on in your life. It'll tell her that your whole life revolves around her. Trust me, none of us girls like a man who's constantly available. It's always a good idea to have other things going on in your life, keeping you engaged. And it's perfectly okay to cancel plans or respond to her texts late. Not really late, like a day late, but like a little bit later. Now, don't overdo it, of course. Don't be like, Marni told me to be less available, so I won't talk to her for a whole month or a whole week or a whole day or whatever. Remember, I said less available, not unavailable. The key is to find the right balance. When you strike that balance, you'll see that her attraction for you is gonna grow rapidly, even to the point of obsession. All right, onward to the last point. This one's simple, but insanely powerful. Number 6, make her laugh. I always say that if you can make a girl laugh, you can make her do a hell of a lot more. And that's because there's hardly anything more seductive to a woman than a guy who can make her laugh. The value and power of this ability is incomparable, and unfortunately, most guys do not fully grasp this fact. If you pick a random guy off the street and you ask him what advantage in life he'd like that would help him with attracting women, he'd probably say, I want looks, I want money, or I want fame. Now, yes, I'm not gonna lie, these things can get you attention from women, obviously. But remember, attention doesn't mean attraction. If you want both attention and attraction from women, and you want to get it as easily as possible, the biggest advantage you can have, believe it or not, is a sharp sense of humor. In fact, if I were a guy, knowing what I know about women, that's what I'd pick any day of the week. And I know for a fact that all the wing girls on my team and all my girlfriends would say the same and do the same. So the question is, what about you? What would you choose? Would you want the advantage of a sharp, witty sense of humor? The key word is witty here. Would you want the power to make her laugh and take her home? If your answer is yes, then I recommend you click the link in the description box below and have a look at the Banter Guide. And the Banter Guide is a one-of-a-kind program, and it was created by my friend and the world's #1 expert on attracting women using humor, Kristen Carney. And if you follow what she reveals in this guide, you will be able to hook any woman's attention in any environment, including text, make her laugh, giggle, and smile without any struggle, and build attraction out of thin air, even when you're not her usual type. And most importantly, become that sharp-witted smooth talker every girl loves and every guy wishes to be. The best part is this guide breaks down the art of banter and witty humor into such easy to understand chunks that you can't help but learn everything over a short weekend. In other words, if you carefully go through it once, your brain will instantly get what to do to make a girl laugh and spark attraction. The skill of banter and a sharp new sense of humor will be installed in your system, ready to use whenever you need it. In fact, if by any chance it doesn't, or if you're not totally in love with this guide, you can get all of your money back, no questions asked. The Banter Guide comes with a 2-year-long money-back guarantee. Yes, you can take up to 24 months to see what's inside this guide, try all the banter techniques it reveals, and then decide if you want to keep it or not. To find out more about the Banter Guide, simply click the button on your screen or the link in the description. You'll be led to a short video where I reveal all there is to know about. And believe me, if you haven't had much success with women so far, this guide could be a game changer for you. I can say that with confidence because I've already seen the impact it has had on over 21,000 of my students. So click the link in the description box now and you can learn about the Banter Guide. And I will see you next week.